Hi everyone, hope you're well. This is CoinsKid. Just going to dive into XRP. And once again, thank you for your continued support. Really do appreciate everything you do to contribute towards growth of CoinsKid here. Sharing is caring, okay? I hope you had a really good weekend. I hope you have a really good week moving forward. And I hope XRP gets off its ass and makes a move on right now, because it's getting a bit frustrating, isn't it? You're tired yet? You're getting a bit like weak-handed yet? Because this is what it does to you. This is consolidation, basically. And, you know, with consolidation, you're hitting resistance, you're falling back to support, you're hitting resistance, and it's caught between a rock and a hard place, basically. So just before I begin, I just want to remind you that we've got a Patreon, okay, and we've got some content in there now for those of you that are signed up. So I just want to say a big thank you to all of you that are in there, and that content was warmly received as well. We got really good feedback on that content, so thanks a lot. I've got a friend of mine who's helping me with the content there, because you can imagine how difficult it is and how busy we are here. So he's a really intelligent chap, and he's creating a lot of the content, helping me in there as well. So it's really good, really great, and we're all moving forward in this space, and obviously learning as well. So never stop learning, okay? You never know it all, okay? Never presume that you know it all. Even me, with this ABC theory that I've got going on, I don't know it all. It might go out the window and it take off into space. I hope it does take off into space. It'd be fantastic. Okay, but full transparency is you're still a little bit overextended, but look where the EMA is right now. When we was come up here and hit on ahead, and we had this roll back to this golden ratio, which I gave in you, okay? Said to people, put some cheeky bids in. You can see it was very overextended, but right now we're starting to look a lot more healthier. If you was to roll here, you know, I'm not saying you will, but if you did start to see the roll here, look where the 20 is, where you get that lovely support of a 20, just like you did over here. Look, the support of a 20 for continuation, uptrend, high highs, high lows, boom, continuation. You know, and that is potentially what you're looking for XRP. So don't get impatient, okay? I know you're looking to the left, and I know you're looking to the right, and you're seeing other things appreciate. But do remember, it's a long journey, okay, to the end of this bull run. It's a really long journey, and there's a lot of months ahead of us and a lot of time as well. And who knows, XRP, it's a fantastic project at the end of the day, isn't it? And, you know, it could start to get a little bit more adopted, and you might start and see a bit more appreciation there for XRP than most of the other coins, and the alts are a bit more speculative in the space. Because, like I said to you, you want to target those projects that have been around the block, and XRP is one of those, and it's got such a stigma around it, okay? It's being a bit of a shit coin, and I assure you it's not. I assure you it's fantastic tech. I've played with it. I've told you in previous videos. This is why XRP was our buy and go to the beach coin pick. It's one of the original buy and go to the beach coin picks, just there off that golden cross on the weekly time frame there. That was it. Boom, bull market for XRP, but it was just a bit of a late start, and obviously you're fully aware of the FUD and the second, everything like that. So relatively good, but we didn't get the close above the 161. Like I said to you, I did want to see that close and get the candle above, back test the support, because in my book that would be a fantastic signal for continuation, and then we would potentially be looking at taking out that high and then getting cracking on with this bull run. But you can see right now, unless XRP does pick up, you can see it will roll basically. And when it does roll, you're looking at a key level of support for 20. If it loses that, then obviously you've got the golden ratio, which is a little bit under it right now. And then if it does lose that, then obviously you've got the deeper correction down there of 0.77 right there. So there is another YouTuber. It's the only YouTuber that I found that's actually saying the same thing as me, okay? And it's a guy that I really respect. I've watched him since day dot of getting into this space, okay? I've learned so much from him, and I had no idea he was calling this. Someone wrote on the one of the XRP videos yesterday, says, have you checked Alessio's latest video out? So I went there and I was like, wow, the fact that we're both calling, he's calling a little bit deeper than me. He's calling around about 70 cents. I'm calling for the multi-year test of resistance, basically. If we do go that deep, I'm calling for that as a retest of support, basically. But, you know, look where the EMA is. We might actually just bounce off that like we did down here. We bounced off that, get support. That's if we do, okay? It is all a big if, by the way, as well. So I'll always tell you what I see. If we do go from that deeper ABC correction right there, then do anticipate that you could be looking at, you know, retest of them support levels right there for XRP. But, you know, the fact that he calls it doesn't mean that, and I call it, doesn't mean it's going to happen, okay? So don't take it as financial advice. It's for educational and entertainment purposes only. But honestly, that guy, Alessio Rastani, wow, what a guy, mate. Honestly, listen to him all day long. Fantastic stuff from him. Yeah, so that's good. It's basically confluence, basically. But no, honestly, it doesn't mean it's going to happen. So yeah, you can see it sitting its head. Like I said to you, I want to see it close above 161. That could happen sometime this week, and if it does, continuation, big tick to the upside to retrace that all-time high, which would be absolutely superb for those involved in XRP. So what I'm going to do right now is jump into the 4-hourly time frame for XRP. Yeah, so just looking at XRP on the 4-hourly time frame, and you can see it's kind of gone a little bit lackluster. There is a pattern here that I want to show you. Okay, so you know this particular pattern here is basically you've made a top, okay, then you come back down. I'll show you this right now. So you've come up, you've made this top, okay, then you come back down and you've come up and made another top which wasn't as high as the other one, so it's effectively a double top. There's another little pattern in there as well that I'll show you in a sec, but what happens is when you lose a key level of support, you carry out a reversal. So I'll make it look prettier, okay. So you've got a support line just here in the middle. Do you see this that you created for yourself? Just there, where the body of the candle closes and opens. Do you see that? So that's your support line that XRP created for itself when it went up and made that top, started to roll, made a secondary top, which is a double M top pattern, which is running out of steam, and effectively an ascending triangle as well, a descending triangle, sorry. So you can see that you're caught in this. You're basically caught in a sort of range like that. Do you see that? And when you break down, you have a target. The particular pattern from this target, the breakdown point is from where you form the top of the descending triangle right there to the baseline, and you can see that when you broke out, you know, your target was down here, so it was almost met basically. So then you start to pick up. You look at the enormous strength in there, in that candle right there. It was big buy up basically. You start to come back into the pattern right there. You start to come back in, got above the EMAs to 20 right there, and right now you're caught between a rock and a hard place. XRP can't make its mind up what it wants to do. If you do start to see XRP close back above this, you've got a nice upside, and it's effectively the same as, you know, because you can break out of these to the upside and you can also break down, and in this instance you broke down of the descending triangle and carried out a reversal wave. Do you see that? So you broke down, you came to this particular point here where you've bounced, you found a key level of support, and you're starting to march back on. Now if you do start to see XRP break back above this particular level and start to march on, you could be looking at retracing to that high there basically. So do anticipate that, but if you do start to break down again and close below, then you will carry out that full extension there, and I would imagine down to $1.40. So do anticipate that, okay. If you start seeing XRP close under the 55, because you can see at the moment you're consolidating effectively. When you're between the EMAs, you're going sideways. When you're above them, you're going up. When you're below them, you're going down. So at the moment you're caught between a rock and a hard place. You've lost a key level of resistance up there. You've started to roll effectively, and what you're doing, you're caught between. Now if you start to roll under the 55, okay, do anticipate putting a little short down to this particular level there to carry out that full extension of that pattern, okay. So that would actually be a little short opportunity. If you close below the 55, look at a little short of around 8% for XRP to bring you back down to that 0.786 $1.40 mark there for XRP. It just can't make its mind up at the moment, to be honest with you. XRP, it's looking very, very indecisive with what it wants to do, but you can see just from this pattern here, I'll get rid of this sort of double top descending triangle sort of thing. There's patterns within patterns, okay. You can see that XRP is effectively running out of steam, and I did say to you as well, you sort of look like you're rolling a little bit, and with that you've come up, you've broke out and you've made that high, and you're starting to come over in like this, okay. And you can see that the highs are getting low, so you could start potentially seeing where you're going to come back to down to there. Do you see that? If it continues to roll, so to speak. So this is where you need to see the support come in for XRP. It needs to bounce basically, because it's getting frustrating, and I know it is, and I look, people looking left are looking right, and they're seeing things go up and appreciate, and they're getting a bit impatient, and this is where you might start to see this sort of sell off for XRP, that people start to jump in other projects, so to speak. But rest assured, we're in a bull market, and we do anticipate you getting to those particular price predictions up there for XRP. So right now it's just caught between a rock and a hard place. It's consolidating. But another thing I want to make you aware of is, and this is a thing that Alessio clarified for me as well in his latest update. So this particular A wave here that we're anticipating was a 54% correction. Do you see that? So that's A effectively. I'm not saying this will happen, by the way. I'm just outlining a simple possibility to yourself, okay, that potentially that is what you're looking at. Now, in this instance, the A wave, the C wave, is usually the same length as the A wave. Now, you can see that XRP has come down, it's made this A wave, B wave up, where it's made a high, and it's struggling a little bit, okay. You can't deny it's not struggling. It is. It's sort of rolled a little bit, okay. And unless it picks up, gets above the Frowley image and starts to march on, you will start to see it sort of roll a little bit. It will lose a bit of steam, and if it was, then that's potentially where you could see it carrying out that C wave right there, because that particular C wave is roughly the same length as the A wave. Do you see that? It's like 3% off. So that's where that might move up a little bit. But anyway, you can see how that's coinciding right now. And that's basically the truth of it. If you do start to see XRP roll, you can see how it could carry out the A, B, C correction right there. I'm not saying it will, but it's just something that we're targeting. And that's the truth of it. But what we need to see to invalidate this, you've got to see XRP march on, break these highs and get through that $1.97. And that's basically XRP. Keep an eye on those particular levels. You can see that it started to roll a little bit. It's running out of steam. So what you need to see is XRP pick up and march through these levels of resistance right now. Because I'll tell you, if it does march on, you've got a price prediction right here I can lay down for you, okay? Obviously, you know these levels of resistance. But if you do start to see the march on for XRP and it invalidates and gets through this high, then all you do, this is an impulsive wave down. Do you see this? Impulsive wave down, and what you've done, you come to the top like that and you come to the bottom right now, and you can see that if XRP does now decide to march on, you can see that it's potentially forming its next impulsive wave off its bottom, because this is what it is, okay? Impulsive, corrective, now it's starting a new impulsive. You could actually see it march on to take out that high roughly up there, you know, get through these Fibonacci extensions just here, and you could actually see XRP march on and tackle this high and get up there to like $2 off this next impulsive wave that's hopefully forming, not falling through the EMAs, and it's forming the next impulsive wave, and the next leg up out of it, you could be looking at a $1.99 XRP token right there, which would actually break that high, then continue up to a price prediction there off this deeper impulsive wave. Do you see this? Impulsive wave up, corrective wave down, and now you've got this new impulsive wave up to that future price prediction right there. So yeah, that's XRP. You can't afford to see it start rolling here and coming down, because then you are looking at sort of rollover and potential C wave correction down to sort of 75 cents right there for XRP. And it is all Bitcoin dependent, to be honest with you. If Bitcoin does start to shit the bed, and Bitcoin is struggling, to be honest with you, if Bitcoin does start to shit the bed, then yeah, that's where you could see that, you know, extended correction right there for XRP. But hopefully it doesn't come. Hopefully me and Alessio are wrong, and it continues here and marches onwards and upwards and gets through these extensions and tackles these resistance levels and just gets on with this bull run. Take care, everybody. Bye bye.